mean, if you watched series like Black Mirror, if you did not watch Black Mirror, just go watch Black Mirror, unless you are a bit too young and you should not watch Black Mirror. What? Okay. Hello, it's Gael Jan, and welcome in the category. Today we are going to talk about 3 series of 2020 that you missed and that you absolutely want to watch. First, Siri. The first series I want to talk about today is a series from South Korea. It's on Netflix and it's there since June 2020. The title is Psychojiman Quinchana. It's okay not to be okay.
너는 지켜주고 챙겨주고 그러면 돼.
스케치북 놔두고 또 그 여자 동화책 그리지?
이 여자 아니고 고문영 작가님.
탐나.
다신 보지 말자.
겁쟁이.
도망치는 거 형 때문이라고 생각했거든.
왜 그렇게 재미없게 살아? 넌 울고 싶잖아.
내가 알던 누구랑 같은 눈빛을 갖고 있어.
그 여자 무서웠어?
It's Okay Not to Be Okay. It's the story of two brothers, Moon Sang-tae and Moon Gang-tae. Moon Gang-tae is the younger one, but he is taking care of his brother because his brother is autist. When they were young, Moon Sang-tae witnessed the murder of his mother and he kept a really, really deep trauma about it. The only thing that he remembers is a butterfly. So every year at the same period of time, they have to move because Moon Sang-tae starts to get those traumatic dreams in which he's taken by the butterflies. Moon Gang-tae, the younger one, is working in a psychiatric ward. And while he's working, he meets with a really famous children's book writer called Ko Moon-young. Ko Moon-young is also a really complicated person. She's deeply antisocial and she has quite an obsession for people sometimes. And she develops a really, really deep, bad romantic obsession about Moon Gang-tae. So when the two brothers move back to their hometown in Sunjin City, she follows. This is the moment when the story is getting a bit crazier. Those 3 people are gonna just interact with each other a lot. Moon Sang-tae working on his trauma, Moon Gang-tae trying to get a life because he never had one, and Ko Moon-young trying to work on her obsession for Moon Gang-tae. So the first thing you have to know if you're not familiar with Korean series is that there is a lot of codes. And when I mean a lot. But once you get used to that, really, you are never gonna stop watching that series. The actors are brilliant, all of them. And Oh Young-se, who is portraying Moon Sang-tae, is exceptional. He's not autist in his real life. He worked a lot on the role, made a lot of research, talked to a lot of people, and he changed everything in himself, like his way of talking and gestures, expressions. This is amazing what he's done. Then, honestly, the story gave me a lot to think about because in that story, the problems are psychiatric problems or psychological problems. And a lot of people are battling against depression, against other psychiatric diseases. And saying it's okay to not to be okay is a statement. It's something that allows the people to just take care of themselves because we can't be 100% every time. Now, this is not a sad series. You are going to laugh a lot in that series. But the way that the things are explained through, for example, the children books and the children's stories, it's amazing. It's really amazing. So just for that, please go and watch that series. It's worth it. I'm telling you, just blindly go there, watch that. Second series. The second series you absolutely want to watch is Ragnarok. Ragnarok is a Norwegian series. It went out on Netflix in January 2020 and it's amazing.
Først av alt så skal vi hjertelig velkommen 2 nye klassekamerater. Vil dere si litt om dere selv, gutter?
Ja, jeg har hoppet over noen klassetrinn, og Magne, han er god til noen andre ting.
Hva gjorde du nå?
Det var sjukt i den byen her. Setter seg i deg.
Er dere klare til å bli med til helvete?
Heltens reise har begynt.
Ragnarok, it's the story of Magne. Magne is a teenage boy who is coming to live with his mom and his brother in the really beautiful town of Eda in the mountains. He's going to school, making friends with a girl who is concerned by the climate change and the pollution in the city. So she's regularly going up the mountains to the lake to take some samples and measure the pollution. And she figures out that the Jutul enterprise, who is led by a really rich and powerful family in Eda, is polluting the lake. So she wants to alert the people, and suddenly she dies. So if you are as fascinated as I am by mythologies, you must see Ragnarok. And when you have a little knowledge in Nordic mythology already, then you must have clicked with the name of the town, Edda, because the Edda is just the Bible of the Nordic mythology. Inside, you will find the story of Thor and Loki that you must know because you've seen all the Marvel franchise movies. But there is also the giants, for example. And in Ragnarok, it's all about the battle between the giants and the gods. But unfortunately, I can't say more because if I'm saying one more word, you will be spoiled for the whole series. So I'm letting you watch and you can tell me about it afterwards in comments. What I can say is that the fact that they used the Nordic mythology in parallel with nowadays concerns about climate change and pollution is absolutely well done. And if you already are into ecology and social or environmental preoccupations, then you will love the series. So I hope you watch the series, and I'm sure you're gonna like it. This is one of the best this year. Third series. And last but not least, the third series I'm recommending to you in the year 2020 is a Brazilian series called Onisciente. It's all about science fiction.
Você e, na prática, toda a sua geração, vocês cresceram dentro do sistema. Vocês são observados pelos drones desde criança.
Não é privacidade versus segurança. É privacidade e segurança.
Você trabalha no sistema Onisciente?
Sim, eu sou trainee.
A criminalidade praticamente desapareceu.
Exposta. Você não é quem eu imaginava.
Onisciente, this is the story of Nina. Nina is living with her dad and her brother in a little apartment in a city where there is absolutely no criminality. And there is a simple reason to that. Everybody is followed by a flying drone, which alerts the whole community if you commit a crime. Except that one day Nina comes back from work and she finds her dad murdered. There is absolutely no alert from the network and nobody knows what happened. That series was such a breath of fresh air. I did not know a lot of Brazilian series, and I guess that's my first one. Maybe 3% was also Brazilian? I don't know. But anyway, the direction was so clean, like really clean. It's not the typical entertainment series, even though it's science fiction. And somehow, I wanted to live in that city where there is no crime and where you can just go out and not be harassed in the metro and don't freak out every corner. But then I thought, okay, that means that there is absolutely no privacy because, of course, those drones are following you day and night and they are always there. And this is definitely the whole concern of that series. I mean, if you watched series like Black Mirror, if you did not watch Black Mirror, just go watch Black Mirror, unless you are a bit too young and you should not watch Black Mirror. If you did watch Black Mirror, then there is definitely something of Black Mirror in Onisciente. And you feel that same sense of where is right, where is wrong. Creepy. But it's a really good series. Great series. So please go watch it. So I sum up really quickly what I told you in that entire video. If you want to feel good about yourself and maybe learn a lot about the people around you, then you have to watch It's Okay Not to Be Okay. If you feel like watching something that is a bit entertaining with like some mythology and a bit of mystery, but also environmental and climate change concerns, then go watch Ragnarok. And finally, if you want to watch something that is more about science fiction and how humanity is going with robots and machines, then go watch Onisciente. Well, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you will watch those series because they are just amazing. If you liked the video here, please don't forget to subscribe. You can also hit the bell to have the latest content about what I'm posting here. Don't forget also that the Cat Cave exists on Facebook and on Instagram. You will find more written content about what I'm seeing, currently watching, currently reading, etc. You will have some background stories about the Cat Cave. So if you're interested, that's there. Of course, you can leave a comment. You can tell me if you already watched those series, if you found them also interesting and what you thought about them. If you did not watch the series but plan on doing so, please do. I'm not saying anything else. And give me a feedback afterwards. Tell me if the video was useful for you, if you want to have more of those kinds of videos. So that's it, and I guess we will see each other in another video.